Welcome to the topic on indices. What are indices? In many scientific measurements, we come across very big numbers, such as the speed of light, and very small numbers, such as the mass of a dust particle. In this video, we will see how we can use indices to help us express very big and very small numbers. For example, the distance between the Sun and the Earth is, well, I'm not going to read this. It is actually quite a mouthful. Imagine writing all these numbers in your mathematical calculations. Often, we write the distance between the Sun and the Earth as 1.496 times 10 to power of 8 kilometers. The world's population by end 2015 was 7.42 billion people, or we can write it like this. Well, again, that is a lot of zeros to write. Instead, we write it as 7.42 times 10 to the power of 9 people. For very small numbers, let's use the example of a red blood cell. The diameter of a red blood cell is approximately 80 micrometers, or we can write it like this. Similarly, we can also write it as 80 times 10 to the power of -6 meters. For even smaller numbers, we are going to look at a strand of human DNA. It is only 2.5 nanometers in diameter, or we can write it like this. Similarly, we can also write it as 2.5 times 10 to the power of -9 meters. Did you see these terms, micro, nano? So what are they? They are prefixes, or they are terms attached in front of a unit. Let's look at another prefix, kilo. The Marina Coastal Expressway, MCE, has a length of 5 kilometers, or we can write it as 5,000 meters, or 5 times 10 to the power of 3 meters. Let us now use this example of a hard disk to illustrate how a prefix is related to the index. The hard disk has a memory of 2 terabytes, or in short, 2 TB. Now, tera is the prefix, and byte is the unit. This is equivalent to 2 with 12 zeros behind. You can also write it as 2 times 10 to the power of 12 bytes. Finally, you can also call it 2 trillion bytes, where trillion is a name given to 10 to the power of 12.